Source control, also known as version control, is a system that manages changes to a set of files over time. It allows multiple people to collaborate on a project, tracks changes, and maintains a history of modifications. In the context of DevOps, source control is crucial for maintaining code integrity, enabling continuous integration, and facilitating seamless collaboration among team members. This presentation will delve into the specific aspect of removing sensitive or unnecessary data from source control, a critical practice for maintaining security and efficiency. Effective data management in source control is essential for several reasons. Firstly, it ensures that sensitive information, such as passwords and API keys, is not exposed. Secondly, it helps in maintaining a clean and efficient repository by removing unnecessary files that can bloat the repository size. Lastly, it aids in compliance with legal and organizational policies regarding data privacy and security. Proper data management practices can prevent potential security breaches and improve the overall performance of the development process. The first step in removing specific data from source control is identifying what constitutes sensitive or unnecessary data. Sensitive data includes credentials, personal information, proprietary code, and configuration files with secret keys. Unnecessary data might include large binary files, temporary files, and logs that do not need to be versioned. Tools like Git Secrets and Git Guardian can help in scanning repositories for sensitive information, ensuring that such data is identified before it can cause any harm. One common mistake is committing sensitive data to the repository without realizing it. This can happen due to a lack of awareness or oversight. Another mistake is not using .gitignore files effectively, leading to the inclusion of unnecessary files in the repository. Additionally, failing to regularly audit the repository for sensitive data can result in prolonged exposure of critical information. Understanding these common pitfalls is the first step towards implementing better data management practices in source control. .gitignore files are a powerful tool for preventing specific files from being tracked by Git. By defining patterns in a gitignore file, you can ensure that files like environment configurations, build artifacts, and temporary files are excluded from the repository. This not only helps in keeping the repository clean, but also prevents accidental commits of sensitive data. Regularly updating the .gitignore file as the project evolves is crucial for maintaining its effectiveness. Once sensitive data has been committed to the repository, simply deleting the file is not enough, as the data remains in the commit history. Tools like BFG Repo Cleaner and Git Filter Branch can be used to rewrite the commit history and remove sensitive data permanently. This process involves identifying the commits that contain the sensitive data and rewriting the repository history to exclude those commits. It is a delicate process that requires careful execution to avoid corrupting the repository. BFG Repo Cleaner is a tool designed to remove sensitive data from Git repositories quickly and efficiently. It is faster and easier to use than Git Filter Branch, making it a popular choice for many developers. To use BFG, you specify the files or patterns you want to remove, and the tool rewrites the repository history to exclude those files. It is important to follow up with a force push to update the remote repository and inform all collaborators about the changes. Git Filter Branch is a more flexible but complex tool for rewriting Git history. It allows for fine-grained control over the filtering process, making it suitable for more intricate tasks. To use Git Filter Branch, you need to write custom scripts that define how the repository history should be rewritten. This tool is powerful, but requires a deep understanding of Git internals. After using Git Filter Branch, a force push is necessary to update the remote repository, and all collaborators must be informed of the changes. When removing specific data from source control, it is important to follow best practices to ensure the process is effective and secure. Always back up the repository before making any changes. Communicate with your team about the changes to avoid confusion. Use tools like Git Secrets to prevent sensitive data from being committed in the first place. Regularly audit the repository for sensitive data and update the gitignore file as needed. Following these best practices can help maintain a secure and efficient source control environment. Automation can play a significant role in managing data in source control. Tools like pre-commit hooks can be used to automatically check for sensitive data before a commit is made. Continuous integration pipelines can include steps to scan for sensitive data and enforce .gitignore rules. By automating these processes, you can reduce the risk of human error and ensure that data management practices are consistently applied across the team. Automation helps in maintaining a secure and efficient development workflow. Consider a scenario where a development team accidentally commits API keys to a public repository. This exposes the keys to potential misuse, leading to a security breach. By implementing tools like Git secrets and regularly auditing the repository, the team could have identified and removed the sensitive data before it was exposed. Additionally, using BFG Repo Cleaner or Git Filter Branch to rewrite the commit history would have ensured that the sensitive data was permanently removed. This case study highlights the importance of proactive data management in source control. Removing specific data from source control is a critical practice for maintaining security and efficiency in a development environment. By understanding the importance of data management, identifying sensitive data, using tools like Gitignore, BFG Repo Cleaner, and Git Filter Branch, and following best practices, you can ensure that your repository remains clean and secure. The next steps involve implementing these practices in your workflow, educating your team, and continuously monitoring the repository for sensitive data. By doing so, you can prevent potential security breaches and maintain a robust source control strategy.